I'm in your city, I'm running red lights. In 24 hours, I'm taking the flight. I'm smoking no blue fan or water that light. Cartier bracelet, my pants are white. If she ain't about beating it, then she ain't my type. Got a new CZ, the bitch F type. I shoot the bitch, all you gon' see is light. Why you playing with your life? Get the work done slight. I'm smoking no pressure.
Alright, I want to thank everybody for tuning in on today's podcasting show, Deleted or Repeated. And today I got a special guest for you guys. How you doing today?
I'm good. You got Tyrone, Moffit, formerly known as Trill T, also known as Moonwalk OG in here, man.
Moonwalk OG. Man, that sounds like a pretty cool name. How you get that name? You moonwalked a lot back in your days.
I probably did, man. You know what? a lot of dancing. A lot of dancing, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Alright, man, I brought you on the show because I know you had dinner with Soulja Boy back in the Gap.
Tyrone, tell them what happened a year ago.
Man, what happened, man?
When I got my first deal, now tell them what we doing now.
Man, we doing it big now, man. What happened a year ago? We was right over there, nigga. We was right over there in the white Beretta. You know what it was.
Hold on, wait, show them the tag. Show them the tag.
Show them that shit. Oh.
The SOD money.
Oh.
Now look. Man, tell them what happened. Tell them what happened.
Can I show them the shoes first before I tell them?
Go ahead.
Look at the shoes.
I know that's your right hand man. Y'all was together a lot, so I felt like what better thing to talk about than this. But first of all, I'm gonna start it, man. Where you coming from? Where you from?
Originally born, then raised. I was born in Beloit, Wisconsin, man. Yeah, I was born in Beloit, Wisconsin. A lot of people don't even know that. But
they sound like they got some fire women. What the women like?
I don't know. They be wrapped up. It be cold. It be cold, man.
Right.
So yeah, you got to go off the face structure or something. But other than that, pale. It be cold. But yeah, other than Beloit, that's Beloit, Wisconsin. And I'm a Green Bay fan at that, man. So I'm there at heart. Mm-hmm. But I was raised in Minnesota a good portion of my life, St. Paul, Minnesota. Then came down here, well, to the south what I mean down here is coming to Memphis. We came to Whitehaven and I started going to school at Whitehaven. And went to Oakshire Apartments where my mama worked at FedEx. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's that rundown.
How long you been in Minnesota?
Probably about a good 6 years of my life.
6 years?
Yeah.
Okay, then you said you came down here to Mississippi?
Well, I came to Memphis before I came to Mississippi. Right. Then I've been back and forth ever since then.
Okay, so which place would you say you spent the most time, like your most life in? Mississippi or Memphis?
Memphis.
Memphis?
Yeah, from East Memphis, staying at East Memphis, Westwood, North Memphis. Yeah, I've been all over. Blackhaven, Kill Branch, I done stayed out there. Of course, Oakshire, so yeah. I've been all over, cut hair all over. King Gates, Hillcrest, Pepper Tree, all that. You name it, I've been on.
Right. Okay, so, where did Soulja Boy come about it?
When I came to Mississippi.
Mm-hmm. So
we moved down here. We moved down here, I want to say my 10th grade year.
Right.
Yeah, 10th grade year. And we was staying on 224 Van Voorst. I remember that because I think that was a passcode or some shit like that. But 224 Van Voorst, which is right next door to where his dad stayed, Tracy Jenkins. That's DeAndre daddy, Soulja Boy.
Right.
So
now you spoke of Tracy Jenkins. I remember a guy that I covered back in the Gap. I guess that was his son, 'cause they got the same name, but he had went down for murder. He murdered his girlfriend and shot her in the face.
Yeah,
that's Tracy Jenkins' name.
That's his brother, man.
That's Soulja Boy brother.
Yeah, he had put him on for a minute, but he ain't really fuck with him like that. I'm just if we gonna be honest about it.
Right.
Yeah, he ain't really just fuck with him like that, because at first he disowned, bro. Man, his bro was from Charleston,
right.
Charleston, Mississippi, you know what I mean? But yeah, I ain't never had no beef with none of them guys. I just seen.
He was stealing from Soulja Boy. He went down there, coming back with all type of stuff, chains and stuff, flies you. But yeah, man, back to Tracy Jenkins, the dad. Okay, so you said you was staying over there where you was?
Yeah, we was staying right next door. Like, I walk out my back door, I'm looking at him, or looking at, you know, his dad, 6'4" Impala, old school gold chain, yeah, little low rider, yeah.
So they say his dad was actually having it back in the guy was having things.
Oh yeah, if you go back and look at that Soulja Boy, I got me some bathing apes video, you'll see that all his cars is in that video at the beginning. The trucks, from the white truck, the black truck, the black Ram truck and all that. Like, basically, the cars that Boosie was rapping about back then, and Badass was the car his daddy had.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I never would have knew that. You know, that was his dad's car and stuff. But, yeah, okay, so when did he move in with his dad? Because I understand that he supposedly came from Atlanta and moved in with his dad.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of people feel like he from Batesville, he from Mississippi.
Yeah, I mean, because he moved down at a young age, probably like, I don't know, probably like 10 or something like that, 9 or 10. So you really can't, I don't know, man, probably was 3 when he moved out here, I don't know. But all that aside, it's the fact that, I mean, if he want to say he from there, that's cool. But when I tell you I came down here, when I came down to Mississippi, I met him. You know what I mean? He was down here. Right. And, you know, like, so, I mean, that was his setting, but he always loved the Atlanta swag and all that. So he would always look up, like, showstoppers and shit like that, what they were doing. He was imitating, he was biting a lot of people, like, from Atlanta. So that's why he had that Atlanta, that style or whatnot. Like when they went to go meet Jibs and all that, I remember all that. It was still the rubber band chain shit cause Jibs had to do your chain hang low, all that shit. So yeah.
Right. So Jib had the chain.
Yeah, it was just that era back then, long chains back then. You know, it was an era of us having big chains and all that.
Yeah, I actually remember that people had them big, long, droopy chains. Look like you can jump rope from.
Exactly. Them, the big shirts, man, like the big pants, everything. You know, I don't even know what was up there, but.
It's kind of crazy how things changed now. They went from long jump rope chains to chokers.
Yeah, damn no.
Like they rocking chokers now, diamond chokers. So
skinny jeans crazy. And all that.
Yeah.
Man, you couldn't like. Coming up, you couldn't even, what they call it, flooding. You couldn't even do that back in school, man. You got talked about for flooding. Now people could just say, well, whatever. So.
Yeah, it's crazy how things change. Because I actually remember the Soulja Boy song where he had the big ass clothes, big pants, and all that type of stuff. So if you look back from the time of then to the time of now, things changed a lot.
Yeah.
It changed a whole lot. So, you know, we're going to go back to, you know, you bumping into Soulja Boy. So after you bumped into Soulja Boy, where did things go from there? I understand that you used to be the driver or something.
Yeah, not necessarily driver. We was just cool and shit, just tight. And when it wasn't even the music, she was just serious. It was just shit. I guess we was having fun with this shit because, like, by the time the Bathing Apes video and whatnot, we was getting like clothes from 3rd Street at the flea market and shit like that. Getting a whole lot of flea market shit. Man, back when 3rd Street was popping up there in Memphis.
Right.
Down by Westwood.
I remember the Bathing Apes song.
Yeah, so it wasn't on nothing fancy. It was a whole lot of knockoff shit.
So is that why he came up with the Bathing Apes song?
I think so, because we had access to them, you know what I mean? Easy access, any size, any color, all that. That was that up there. And then any Jordan you wanted to name, it was up there as well. So yeah, whole lot of knockoff shit.
So would you say that was more like a business collab? And maybe they was paying him under the table, or just something he just did? Nah,
that was something he was doing, because he'd put them shades on so people wouldn't know it was him, put a hoodie on and go buy this shit. So yeah.
So was the Baby Apes, were they like a knockoff kind of shoes that was popping back then?
They were popping.
I remember everybody used to wear them though.
They were popping. I think they popping now. Like I see some artists wear them. Then just like the Valabastas and shit like that. So yeah.
Right. See, I never got my own pair, but I used to always see Soulja Boy with them at school. And around the time he started rapping about them, they got popular. A lot of people started wearing them. You know, you were seeing them out. But did you ever own you a pair of Baby Nates?
Yeah, I did.
You had all colors.
I had a couple colors, probably like 3 pair, man, 3, 4 pair.
Right.
Nothing amazing, man. I was on Jordans and all that at the time. I don't even too much wear Jordans anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't wear Jordans, so yeah.
Right.
I wear some loafers or something, get casual.
Okay, so all right, did you and Soulja Boy ever make any music?
Not necessarily. I would always be in videos and all that. He told a close partner of mine that he wanted to sign me and all that. But at the same time, I know there's some hate behind that, and I know that came from, I know that came from Mike, Miami Mike to be exact.
Mm-hmm.
Like a whole lot of hate came from. Mike didn't just hate on me, he hated on a couple people. And I knew Mike before Mike was even Mike, Miami or whatever you want to call himself. Cause he used to talk to my mom. Like back in the Gap, they used to be a little friendly, this and that and the other. So I know the real him, man, you know what I mean? I mean, this is around the time when my grandma, she was on her last leg. She passed on Thanksgiving. So, yeah, he was kind of around back then for my mom and all that. Right. But yeah.
So, I understand back then, he got locked up for being heavy. And I guess around that time he might have been, heavy when he was dealing with your mom. So, I understand that he helped Soulja Boy blow up or whatever. What are your thoughts on that? Because a lot of people feel like he pretty much got in at the right time while Soulja Boy was blowing up. So do you feel like he helped out his career a lot?
I mean, transportation-wise, he about did, but I mean, this man was doing this shit from home. This man was doing this shit regardless. I ain't gonna lie, just popping on the internet. Like the one, like Real did, the first rapper to ever do it like that, popping on the internet, no bullshit. But I mean, that lets you know right then and there, people feed into nothing but the internet and a persona of who you put yourself as.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So around that time, was he popping on? Was it MySpace?
Yeah, he was popping.
Mm-hmm. So, by him popping like he was there any time we all went out and, people showed the attention or a lot of interest in Soulja Boy, but it kind of felt unreal?
Yeah, a little simple shit, like here and there at Walmart or whatnot. We used to do a lot of Walmart visits. Like what I mean Walmart, we just really go to Walmart just to make little videos, little snippet ass shit, do this and that and the other or whatnot. But other than that, nah. It wasn't too much in there because we was around people that, some people we knew, some people we didn't know. People just knew them from the internet and all that, or knew that we even did little dance videos or whatever it was we were doing and shit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I was always the driver, so of course, we was, all the way together. It'd be me, him, and A-Rab.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so what was him and A-Rab relationship like that you knew of?
How would I describe it?
Yeah, how would you describe it? Because a lot of people felt like they had the best relationship and they was the best duo, him and A-Rab.
All right, I describe it as, you know who P. Diddy is, right?
Mm-hmm.
That'd be Soulja Boy and Biggie. You know who Biggie is, right?
Mm-hmm.
That'd be A-Rab. Like, hey, you wanted the honest truth?
Yeah. Oh, okay, so what would you say made it like that?
Man, I seen personally the industry change people. You know what I mean? Like change their whole mindset and make them forget who the fuck who they was to begin with. Mm-hmm. Like real shit. Some people lose themselves, lose their soul. Some people lose their life. Yeah, for real.
Okay, so a lot of people believe that Soulja Boy got A-Rab a deal. So what are your thoughts on that?
Listen, people can talk about a deal, this and that and the other. If you don't have the whole blueprint out on what you talking about, mm-hmm. then you just talking around the box that's outside the box. Right. You just talking around this motherfucker for no reason. You not labeling, well, damn, well, QC tried to pick him up and this and that. No, you see what I mean? Well, Rock Nation tried to pick him up. Well, who tried to put a deal on the table? Who? Guys ain't tried to pick him up. Do you see what I mean?
Right.
You gotta have these straight facts. Nah, because if A-Rab had a deal on the table, A-Rab would have took it. I don't care if it was $5,000. A-Rab would have took it because he wanted to get his mama. A-Rab told me this. He wanted to get his mama out the trap.
Right.
Mama real deal in the trenches. Why they in and out of town? In hotels and shit like this. Sometimes A-Rab wouldn't even eat. He had no appetite because he think about his mama. Yeah. And DeAndre played on that. Yeah.
So do you feel as if like DeAndre took that opportunity away from him from doing it, or they kind of like cramped him from doing it by choosing to stay loyal to Soulja Boy or stay with him?
Me knowing who DeAndre is as a person, yeah, he preyed on A-Rab, like, well, on Abraham. I know the real name. His name Abraham Mustafa. Like it looked like it say Abraham, but it's Abraham Mustafa. And his brother, big brother Mustafa. Yeah, like they real half A-Rab.
Right.
Like real shit. His mama black, daddy A-Rab out of Chicago. So yeah. But he played on his mind and friendship. He played on that. Like, if you do this, that mean you against me, all that. You know he ain't try to get his man no deal. He probably had a deal on the table, but yeah, DeAndre talked him out of it.
Right.
Like, I'm knowing this the same person that back then was sidekicks. The T-Mobile sidekicks was popping. We all had one, but he had threatened him not to put minutes on his so he can call home, see how home is, this and that and the other.
Wow.
If he didn't do what he said. Yeah, so that's why I say the P. Diddy scenario. You see what I mean?
Right.
Then, like, really get me to, like, what is it you really got to do when I ain't around? You know what I mean? So, I don't know.
That's crazy for another man to try to threaten somebody.
Another
with
grown
minutes.
man.
Yeah, I know it's a serious situation.
That's the type of power he wanted, though. Hey.
It's crazy. So I feel like if you had an opportunity to take a deal of your own, I feel like he would have took it for sure.
Yeah.
Because first of all, you ain't finna threaten me with minutes and think I'm not finna run out with thousands or millions.
Man, you know what? The light bulb just came on. You hit it on the head.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Minutes on the phone.
And that's why, you know, a lot of people do feel like, you know, A-Rab was a little too loyal to Soulja Boy. Okay, I understand that, you know, back in your time that you and Soulja Boy might have played a few games or something like that.
Yeah, man, that's all he'll ever be as a gamer, man. I ain't gonna lie. I can't take that from him. He is a big gamer at that. Like what he do, I think he got a whole gaming channel. So, like, that's what I think he a bigger gamer than he is a rapper. So, yeah, that's what he do. He play games.
He came up with the gaming console. He got sued for it. So,
I heard about that back.
Games.
I heard about that back then, but I can't take that from him. He held when it comes to that game. No bullshit.
Was there ever a moment where y'all used to fall out playing games?
I ain't never fell out with this, man. I'm gonna be honest. Like, hold on. My bad.
Oh, good.
Look like that, dude. But we ain't never fell out no shit like that. Like, I'm gonna tell you this story. A guy named Eric Corley, they call him, I guess, Patron or whatever, Al Patron. So he a long-time friend of both of us, like real deal shit, go way back. I'm talking about way back. So he was staying in Timber Ridge Apartments at the time, and this at the time me and Soulja Boy still staying next door to each other. I told you we moved down here, I'm next door to his daddy. Bam, bam. I look at him, yeah. So the man told me, here you go, fam. He was like, man, fuck Soulja Boy. I guess they got into it. He was like, fuck Soulja Boy. Or no, he called him Soulja Toy. Fuck Soulja Toy. And Eric, he was always funny, man. He was like, fuck Soulja Toy. Nigga, man, he don't do nothing but eat burgers and try to make beats anyway. And I was like, what? You know, he don't do nothing but eat burgers and try to make beats anyway.
And then Soulja Boy we talking about.
Yeah, DeAndre, Soulja Boy.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, cool. It didn't even sit on my mind. I'm like, he just mad at this nigga or whatnot. Cool. So, about a week passed. I'm playing the game with Soulja, DeAndre. I'm playing the game. We playing PlayStation 3. That's just how far back this shit is. Yeah, we playing like Dragon Ball Z, one of those. I don't know if it's some kind of Tenkaichi or whatever.
That was my shit back then.
Man, when I tell you, I had picked Vegeta. This man picked goddamn Frieza. And I'm knowing I'm somewhat great on that motherfucker. And I got Vegeta. I got confident. Man, whooping my motherfucking ass on that game. That's why I don't take none of that from him. This man is a computer on that game, on hard mode. I'm talking about whooping my ass. I'm trying my last little, man, my little last Gallic gun to hit his ass. This and that, another miss. I'm talking about, goddamn, I look over at this man. He playing with one fucking hand. Like, bitch ass nigga, hold on. I'm trying again. I go back to my shit. Hold up. And in the midst of him playing with one hand, he got his pinky just doing this shit all in his nose.
No.
Just bam, bam. And I'm like, that man must got a booger. He itching in his nose, some shit like that. So in the midst of that, he go from the nose to his mouth.
No.
To his mouth. Bro, when I tell you, I jumped up, I was already losing. I was about to die anyway. I threw the controller down. You ain't no motherfucking way. Eric told me you ate your boogers, this and that and the other. This man, I swear to God, I put this on my daughter. She on my neck, bro. When I tell you, bro, I can't make this shit up. Like, it's shit you can't make up about people. And this just one of them. You can't make the fuck up, bro. But yeah, like, I don't know what the fuck this man on.
But he went to, that's crazy.
Eating boogers, man.
To be strong arming you on the game already, then turn around and eat a booger at the same time.
Hey, I don't know if that was an ultimate disrespect or something. That was a teabag type
That's
shit. You know
crazy.
how they kill you teabag on the game or something? Yeah, he eating a booger. That's a ritual or some shit like that. That's how I know he don't mind getting into no shit with this Illuminati. When I tell you this shit changed people. This shit real, for real. Y'all think this shit bullshit. I'm saying this shit firsthand.
Right.
You nigga eat a booger, nigga get on Fear Factor.
So,
Man.
so why you, what's up with this Illuminati thing? Because he isn't the same Soulja Boy that you know, or Dre that you know?
Oh, he the same person. It's just he know his mind been swayed by so much shit. You know,
Been played with.
Oh, it's been played with a lot. It's been played with a lot. Like, you know, manipulated, coached, all that shit. Like, for real.
Right.
And Mike got a hand in that shit too.
Mm-hmm. So how do you feel Soulja Boy is now with his career? Do you feel like his era over with?
I don't hear him on the radio. I don't know. I mean, his gaming era probably popping. I don't know, gaming, but I can't search nothing that there's. I don't know. It might pop up on YouTube. Might get a couple views. I don't know what he got going.
Right.
It ain't my place to know what another grown man got going. But knowing his mindset is his place to know what the next man got going. Especially if you're trying to take minutes from a man that's trying to check on home. Hell yeah.
It's crazy. It's very crazy. Look, so did y'all fall out of anything? How are y'all relationship now?
All right, I'm gonna tell you. Nah, we don't fool. We don't lock. We ain't cool. None of that. And I was A1 to the man through thick and thin. When niggas wanted to get on his ass, when the odds was against us, and it was always number like 3 of us, like when it come down to it, you know what I mean?
Right.
So we this was like the beginning of a fallout, but okay, one night we was just out, of course, me being a driver. We was sitting in his parking lot at first, behind his daddy's 6'4". Mm-hmm. And his phone just kept going off, so he couldn't use that phone.
Right.
And what he wanted to do was get to girls, because he told you he had that buzz already. That phone would go off every fucking 5 seconds. Zzz, zzz. That's back then when he put his number on MySpace or some shit like that.
Right.
I'm talking about every 5 seconds. It's lit. So goddamn, he wanted to go chill with some girls in Sardis. In Sardis, Mississippi, which is like from Batesville, a good 5-6 minutes, like that, like a skip and a hop. It's like cross a bridge, and that's North Panola territory. And by us being Batesville, we was labeled South Panola territory. So you know, it was a little rival thing back then. I ain't never seen no rival. I never seen no problem with nobody then. You know what I mean? I just do me, because I can't eat looking on the next plate. So, end of the day, long story short, we end up heading to Sardis, thinking we just meeting up with these two girls, Majestic Bobo and goddamn Kalia Jones or some shit like that. So it was me. Of course, I'm driving. We in my Beretta, old school, legit 1992 GT motherfucker pocket rocket 3.1. No bullshit, bro. No bullshit. A-Rab in the backseat and shit. And we get to Sardis and we pull the car like in the alley, bam, bam. We didn't know we get there. We think we just meet these girls. It's a whole Christmas parade. So the whole town now. So we walk up there a little bit, and we see the girls or whatnot. They standing up looking at the parade. Next thing you know, we start walking out. The girls start following us. So A-Rab and Soulja, they walking up front. I'm walking kind of behind or whatnot. Like halfway to the car, I look back. It's about three, four dudes walking with the girls. So by the time we get to the car, actually lay eyes on the car, my whole car surrounded. It's about 30, between 30 to 50 people out there surrounded.
Right.
So I already know the aggression in the crowd. And then by the time I look back, it's about 10 more motherfuckers walking with these girls. So I already, all in my mind, damn, set up. So I'm seeing familiar faces, of course, this and that. Around this time, I was back and forth. I was always in Sardis anyway. Like, I had Dylan's there, you know, I was cool with Curtis Arnold. That he like a brother to me, man. I'm somebody, yeah, real stand-up guy. Like, no lie. Like, that's real shit. Curtis Arnold, they call him Curtis Blow. But so I had ties there, you know, and then I seen some of his guys and all that in the crowd. You see what I mean? So they know my face, valid and all that. And the guy, out of the midst of the crowd, by the time we get to the car, we just standing there because they got it surrounded, like totally surrounded. Goddamn, a dude walk out the crowd, they call Moon. And he walk up to me, and back then, you know, they called me Trill T back then. Right. He was like, hey, Trill. He come shake my hand. You good in the hood. They just want Soulja Boy. And I'm like, oh, that's what this about. So I'm like, bro, no disrespect, but this man came with me. He got to leave with me, like real shit. Right. I could have did anything. It's about 50. I'm telling you, it's about 50 motherfuckers, this and that and another. Ain't none of us got no gun. This and that. This before we was young on that type of timing. Right. That was that era back then. Motherfuckers were ready to fight it out. But it was the fact that I still had heart. Because I could have been like, shit, ain't got nothing to do with me. Get his ass, bam, bam, all that. You know what I mean? Right. Motherfucker want to take it vapes, all that shit. Man, in the midst of him telling me that, I'm hearing the crowd, yeah, somebody hit his ass. Get there, you see what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I'm telling him, I'm like, this man came here with me. He leave with me, bro. Like real shit. So in the midst of that, he shook my hand again, went back into the crowd, speeded up a little bit. About 3 minutes later, we trying to maneuver around. I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened. I done gave this girl my fucking key just to throw these niggas off, because if they see me getting in my car, bam, oh, they trying to leave, bam, bam. I give it to the Majestic girl, Mimi. Give her my key.
The one y'all came down there for?
Yeah. So I was like, man. Listen, I look at her. I said, "Hey, go unlock my doors and go get in there and unlock both of them." Why this girl get in the car? I don't know if she tried to play dumb on me and I had 10 on my windows too, but in the midst of that, why I went to check like a good 10 seconds later, she done locked both of the fucking doors. I done pulled this motherfucker.
Set up, bro.
She done locked the fucking door. I leaned into my tent. I said, "Bitch, you see what these niggas trying to do? Unlock this fucking door." 3 seconds later, she popped them locks. As soon as I opened that motherfucking door, she kind of eased up out of there. I got in that bed, started that motherfucker. By the time I started that motherfucker, Soulja fucked up and tried to get in first. This a 2-seater car now.
Right.
You supposed to open that back seat up to let A-Rab be in first. So when that man jumped in that motherfucker, they started flooding that motherfucker. So A-Rab slid in like he was one of them trying to get on his ass, slid in on them too. They started flooding the car, put that bitch in reverse. Slanging motherfuckers up out that bitch.
Right.
Niggas and starters will vouch for this shit. They know, real shit, no bullshit. And it made, this with me and Soulja, I ain't even done the story, but let me interlude you. Then when me and Soulja fell out, because he went back and told Don Low that I left him. Nigga, if I left you, it wouldn't be no Soulja Boy. They would have stomped you out. Make sense? Nigga, if I left you, you would have been stranded in Sardis. Because we had to come back to Batesville. Nigga, if I left you, who saves you? Who had a cracked window because they started throwing rocks when they couldn't get to us? No fucking more. Yeah, running motherfuckers over out there. Didn't fix my motherfucking window either. The little back panel on one of my old school cars. He didn't fix that shit.
Right.
But yeah. Like real stand-up guy.
It's crazy because look, the way it happened, it kind of do make it look like maybe you could have been in on the setup too.
Nah, cause it couldn't have been that because we was.
The guy came up and shook your hand, and then on top of that, after shaking your hand, you give the girls the keys. Like, come on, man, you give the girls the keys.
I understand
they had
that.
like 5 or 3 guys walking.
But I understand it. But guess whose idea was it to go there? DeAndre. Simple. It wasn't mine. I wanted to go to Oxford. Like real shit, I wanted to go to Oxford.
Right.
But yeah, I got him out that jam. Wouldn't nobody else do it. If I was setting you up, I wouldn't have ran over niggas. I wouldn't have, right around though. I wouldn't have ran nobody over. I wouldn't have
It's kind of crazy. You get a girl the key and they get in the car and lock the doors.
Because I'm thinking she gonna pop that motherfucker for me. Hey, pop that real quick so I can jump in and start that bitch. Woo, run these niggas over. That's all I was thinking on my mind because these niggas already playing bad and shit. Yeah, that's what. But I got respect for them niggas though. They got respect for me. I'm talking about in the hood, them these same niggas I could shake their hand today.
Like
That's the thing.
use you in the middle of it. They come up, shake your hand, not so, but look like, what the hell is he doing?
No, it was one of them shook my hand.
Yeah.
The moon dude though, bro.
Playing smooth.
Man, he was like, he told me what the rundown was, and I told him, well, hey, it ain't gonna be like that. But yeah, he the one that stole on. I understand that, but he did steal on Soulja Boy though. He did.
The same night?
Yes, that he did like 5 minutes later. And that's why, because when he stole on it was like a little leak because Soulja still had the little Soulja Boy glasses on. Like it still said Soulja Boy on it, and they weren't crooked, none of that shit like RoboCop type shit. So it was just on him. So he started pulling them off like he was finna square with him. And then next thing you know, goddamn, I crunked that bitch. He jumped in the car. And goddamn, I don't know why he jumped in there first. Cause A-Ray's supposed to get in the back seat first. So A-Ray being up had to jump in like with the seat back type shit. So he all over my fucking yeah. But I got them boys up out of the sideways. Right. No bullshit.
Okay, so when y'all got
and that's a real friend. No bull, no mean to cut you off, but that's a real friend to do that shit though. Only a real friend do that shit because who gonna fuck up that shit? Who gonna nah.
Right.
Hell no.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. So after all this went down and happened, what did y'all do after that?
Shot back to Batesville.
I know that had been a crazy story y'all were talking about on the way back to Batesville. Like, man.
Yeah, his first mindset was, damn, them girls set us up. It wasn't quiet.
Mm-hmm. So pretty much y'all just went with the girls sought y'all up.
That's what it felt like, man. I don't know what they was on that night, like. And then we knew these girls. We didn't, you know, like bam, bam, bam type shit. Like I don't know, crazy shit. But yeah,
it's crazy how stuff can happen at any time. Especially when you in Memphis, you got to be aware of everything that's going on.
Man, I know it.
Down in Memphis. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh shit.